How about that Punisher? You guys see it? I loved it. It was amazing. Now, I'm not going to do too much spoilers in case people are watching this later. They just want to see in the morning. They want to find out how it is before they watch it. But it's incredible. There is a bar fight, and you know what I love is bar fights, and I think it might be one of the greatest bar fight action scenes of all time. I'm thinking of some others off the top of my head. I don't know. I don't know what they are because it's 2 a.m. I'm very tired. I'm in Arizona right now. It's Mountain Standard Time, so I stayed up late for you guys to bring you the news, the live reactions on Punisher. Have you guys, tell me in chat, have you seen it yet? Have you watched it? Let me know. I want to see what I'm talking to. And also, where in the world are you? have you stayed up late too? Or is this, is this a reasonable time of day for you where you are in the world? I'm a little bit tired. I've stayed up late before, but I will be going straight to bed after this. Here's the thing. I'm extraordinarily excited for the season. I was before, just from it existing and then from seeing the trailer. I think it was a really cool trailer. And then this episode did not disappoint. Absolutely watch it if you're on the fence. It was really cool. It's what I liked about a good pilot episode is that it was like a self-contained story in itself. This could have been like a short film and it would have been sweet. And now there's a whole season coming after it. We get more of it. So I hope it's just as good. Alphabet Monkey, 1 a.m. over here. Late night homework. Oof. Nice. Homework is rough. Some Mr. Robot and Peaky Blinder recap requests. Absolutely. Mr. Robot is next on my list. I love that show. I've seen it all. I have to recap it soon before a new season comes out. And Peaky Blinder's sweet too. I haven't seen that actually, but a lot of people request that. Punisher is dropping. It dropped right now, basically an hour ago. I've watched the first episode, and that's why we're here. I'm just, talking with you guys about it. Thanks for joining me on this, by the way. We have 11, about a dozen of you guys here, and I really appreciate it. I'm trying out this live feature. What I'm really good at is making the recaps. I think reaction videos, it's not something I've really thought about getting into too much, but this one just seemed fun. I was like, I love the Punisher. I figured I'd stay up late and make a thing of it. So thanks for joining me. Mexico 3 a.m. Ooh, that's a late one, but that's good times. You've got the dedication. I appreciate it. Here's the problem. Now that I've watched the first episode, I kind of want to stay up all night and binge the whole season, but I'll save it. I'll save it for tomorrow. I've got the weekend coming up, right? Oh man, I look like crap, by the way. Thanks for joining me right now. This is basically my pajamas. My, whatever. You guys don't care. What else about the Punisher? Let's keep talking about it though. I loved how it was kind of like this great two halves, right? We started out and it was all Frank living his dream, just the wandering man, just going to bars, enjoying the bands, picking up hot bartenders. No spoilers, but my boy Frank gets laid. It's exciting if you care about Frank's love life. No, it's great though. It's a really nice story, and it makes you care about her, and it makes you care about sort of Frank and about his, his life, and I really like that. Quick chat from Gnarled. Are you going to do Ant-Man and the Wasp? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I've been meaning to. I did Infinity War. Obviously, one of my hugest recaps was the big full Marvel MCU recap before Infinity War, and I did Infinity War basically as soon as it was out on Blu-ray. And then I've been waiting here. I've had other things that have kept taking precedence, but I've got to do Ant-Man and the Wasp. Love that one. It was a lot of fun. And also, what was the other one? I guess that's been it so far. But Black Panther, I didn't get to do before Infinity War, so I've got to do a full recap of that. And then obviously we're getting close to Avengers Endgame, which is going to be one of the most exciting moments of our lives, I imagine. I'm going to be excited for it. Catherine, thank you personally. I love your work. Keep on doing this. I hope Netflix hires you as the official recap man. Karthik, me too. That would be amazing. That would be the dream. I keep tweeting Netflix. I'm just like, hey, at Netflix, look at this awesome recap. Punisher coming out, But, they haven't reached out to me yet. We'll see. I'm going to keep at it. And with your guys' help, we're going to keep growing and we're going to have, I imagine pretty soon, I'm thinking 100,000 subscribers, then I'm thinking 100 million subscribers, skipping all the steps in between. And then, then basically at that point, I'm just better than Netflix. So that we don't even need them. An Archer series recap from Andres. Yeah, comedies are fun because, well, they're really funny. People don't need a recap for that as much as they do with, dramas and other stuff, but it's really fun. I haven't worked on Archer yet. It's one of the best shows ever. I've been working on Arrested Development though, because theoretically they're coming out with an Arrested Development season 5, the second half of season 5 pretty soon. And that's one of the funniest shows. And so that's given me some insight into doing comedies, and it can be a lot of fun. You have to skip a lot of the plot points, but you try to just like sort of go from memorable joke to memorable joke, and it's a good time. Oh man, Wood Punisher, watching him right now. Hope he joins the Avengers. Yes, I think he'd be great. He's such a fun guy because, well, he's so brutal. Punisher's great because who loves him is like guys that just love cool action. Not the people that aren't even into the MCU at all. They're like, oh wait, he's a superhero. He's with the Avengers. It's like he doesn't really seem like it sometimes, but he is in the same universe, and it's cool that he doesn't really need to be part of it. He's got his own standalone thing. And in chat, I just saw someone, Alphabet Monkey, saying that unfortunately the cancellation is going to be announced. Well, we'll see. Netflix has been canceling all these MCU shows, obviously. Which is sad because they're mostly really good. Even Iron Fist, people hate on Iron Fist, but I kind of like it. It was not as well executed as it should have been, and you can read about the behind the scenes stuff of how that happened. It's a whole long story, but basically it just got rushed through production, and they basically just half-assed it every step of the way to just like get it out in time because they messed up. There was a lot of confusion with the production. But even so, it still stands alone as kind of a cool, corny kung fu thing, and I'm into that too. But Wokes Mead, I love your recaps. Thanks. they're great. Me too. And favorite MCU movie? I guess we'll just talk about the MCU in general. I already talked a little bit about The Punisher. Episode 1, which was great. If you're just joining us, I loved it. Awesome bar fight, great stuff all around. Definitely watch it. But my MCU movie favorite? Well, it's hard to say. Infinity War was amazing. Oh no, never mind. I know absolutely my answer, hands down. Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok was it was the funniest movie I've ever seen in any genre, in any series. It was amazing. It was the greatest adventure movie, and so I guess that makes it also the greatest MCU movie because it's probably the greatest movie ever made. So Thor Ragnarok is my answer for that one. Yeah, besides that, they've mostly all been good. I feel like there's been a bunch worked in there that have been average. It's been like, okay, that was a movie, good job. But they're all pretty good. And it's been impressive how the MCU, they keep the quality getting better and better. Generally, it's like, oh wow, like you go back and rewatch. Instead of watching my recap, if you actually rewatch the Phase 1 movies, it's kind of like, wow, okay, yeah, this is a little bit dated. It's a little bit, it's not as good as the later ones, but they've been keeping up with it over all these years. It's been a while now. It's kind of weird. Sometimes I think that it was just yesterday, but it's been going on. Heading to sleep now from Andres. Hey, thanks for joining me here for a minute. Enjoy the sleep. I'll be there soon. And Thor Ragnarok from Arnav, it was also your favorite. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad people appreciated it. When I first walked out of the theater, I said, wow, was that too weird? Was that too far out for mainstream audiences? But no, people like it. People like comedies, and they did a fantastic job with it, keeping it incredibly funny, but also like good every step of the way. So I'm impressed. I guess the director, Taika Waititi, or it was close to that. I'm not sure exactly. It's 2 a.m. here, but he's amazing. Apparently, he's got a good thing. Yeah, so thanks you guys for joining me. There's just a couple of you left, and I'll wrap this up here. It's been 11 minutes. I wasted the first two if you were here for that, trying to get the mic working, and I think it was working the whole time, so that'll make some funny bloopers. I don't know if I can edit this after the fact either. This is live. Normally, that's the only reason I seem so well put together and like a good speaker, because I'm able to chop it up real well. Although, actually, if you guys have seen my first recaps, Game of Thrones, season 1 through 3, those were done in one take, no cuts. So that was just pure impressiveness on my part. But these days it's a lot easier to break it into sections and cut it up well. Yeah, so Punisher, to finish off here as we're closing it out. First episode was incredible. I love Frank's character. I think he's a real interesting character. I love how he's like such kind of like just a cool, wise guy in his own way. You know, he's like picking up this he's picking up this bartender, and he's just like, so even though he's giving her a fake name, say, he's so genuine with everything. You know, he's been through too much to deal with any BS. He just anyway, he's a real cool, wise guy, but also obviously he's kind of broken as a person, and that's why I love the final line of the episode there, where the new young girl, who I don't think we even got her name yet, but she's all like, hey, are there going to be more of the bad guys coming after us? And he's like, I hope so. Because he just loves fighting. So I hope we delve more into his character with that. It's really cool. Where is the plot going? Yeah, I guess these guys, who are these bad guys? They're like, it was like a Russian, but then this guy's got some sort of weird accent. I feel like maybe he's French. And he's the main bad guy here that we've seen so far. He seems like kind of a cool, weird dude. You know, I'm excited for that. I'm excited. I always love when characters are more than just what you'd expect from them, from a stereotype. Chris, greetings from Norway. Just watched the first episode. It was awesome. Thanks for joining from Norway. Man, what time is it over there? It must be actually like afternoon. Yeah, around 10 a.m. So it's pretty okay. Nice. I'm in Arizona in America. It's 2 a.m., so I'll be going to bed soon. But I wanted to stay up for it. And like I said a second ago, now I just want to stay up and watch the rest of it, because where is it going from here? I mentioned that I love this pilot episode, the first episode, not a pilot, but I loved it because it almost stands alone as a cool like short film. You know, if someone just released that as a short film, it'd be like, man, oh cool, such a great teaser for this Punisher. And now we get the rest of the series. I assume that the bad guys, we don't know what they're after. She was this new girl, this young girl. She was carrying some sort of contraband that I guess she and her friends got for them. She seems like a thief type. We saw her picking some locks, so I assume that they stole something of value for this guy. But then the bad guys caught him and want to get it, so they'll be coming after her. And then we'll get Jigsaw. Billy Russo, one of my favorite characters. I loved him in season 1. By the way, plug for my season 1 recap. Watch it. I assume I can put a link on here somewhere. Otherwise, just go to my channel, Manor Recaps. If you haven't watched it yet, it's a fantastic recap. And there you can see all about Billy Russo and why I love him so much. It's just such a cool, charismatic villain. And I'm excited for him to wake up from the coma and be Jigsaw now, be still cool and charismatic, but a little bit crazy. I think that'll be a good combination. Anyway, yeah, bad guys will be coming after him. Frank's got to beat them all up some more, shoot them all up some more. A lot of that. We'll find out more about this new girl, the young girl. She seems cool, in her own way. You know, annoying. I love how they do it. It's like she's so annoying to him at first. It's always a fun dynamic when you've got sort of the gruff older guy and you got this like young kid girl who's just a pain in the butt, but he's got to protect her, and then they come to love each other. You know, in a fatherly way, hopefully. You watch Once Upon a Deadpool? No, I haven't yet. I totally missed it. In fact, I love Deadpool, obviously. He's great. I should. What else? Yeah, you guys, who else here has watched the first episode already? And what did you think about it? The big takeaways are, it was fantastic. One of the great, I think this will be the big talk, will be the big bar fight scene. Because it was incredible. That was, I think, one of the best fight scenes in recent memory, obviously Daredevil season 3 had that one sweet one, the giant like 10-minute one take in the hallway, and this one wasn't that style. They didn't do the one take thing, but I think it was, they did it extraordinarily well for the Punisher. And what I loved about it too is how it started out. It was just a nice bar fight. They were just fighting, and then they were using knives and just fist fighting. And then once it was like, okay, this has been kicked up a notch, then they started busting out the guns and had a whole shootout. I think it was just incredible. I got to rewatch that actually. I think that's going to be a really sweet scene that'll go down in Punisher history and in Netflix Marvel history. Dropping in to say you make fantastic recaps currently. Thank you so much for coming in, and all of you. I'm amazed we still have a couple people here hanging out with me. This is just a thing for fun. I guess I'm basically going to call it right now. I think we've talked about everything, and good night to you guys. Thanks for coming in from all over the world, late at night in some places, and being here for this immediate reaction. Punisher season 1. Keep on watching the rest of it, because it's sweet. Watch my recap and all my recaps. Thanks. Hopefully, if you guys are here, you love them already. And yeah, well, good night, guys. Bye.